Portland Trailblazers. We're going to have Aaron Fentress up at the from the Oregonian, as I said. Damian Lillard has finally asked for his trade. As I said last week, I thought that's what he was going to do. He gave him a few days to see if they could make the team better. They couldn't. And so he asked out finally, and he wants to go to Miami. Rob Parker, I got one question for you. Should the Portland Trailblazers, do they owe him? Do they owe Damian Lillard, to send him where he wants to go? Do they owe it to Damian Lillard?
Are you really
to
asking
send
me
him
this
where
question?
He wants to? Yeah, I am. Because there's some people that actually think
they don't owe him.
should.
They don't owe him anything. They paid him all his money when he was there.
Well, Rob,
they needed
you know how much that is? $233 million. And they gave him $450 million worth of contracts. So he's getting that wherever he goes. So basically $450 million.
If that's the case, it's the exact opposite. He owes them something, please. This whole notion that they owe him, they don't owe him anything. They owe him, if he wants out, okay, you want to make a trade, Chris? We talked about it before. I only want somebody who wants to be there. He don't want to be there. Look for a deal, but you can't give him away. And I'm going to make the trade that's best for the organization, not best for him. That's not how it works.
Right.
It's just not. Remember when KD, the Nets did the right thing? They couldn't get a deal that was going to add up, Chris. No, we're not doing it at that time when he wanted the trade.
I totally agree with you. What they owe him is to treat him with respect, to do their best, to, make sure it doesn't get ugly, although it could. It's not all under their control. But, just to treat him respectfully. And that's it. Like you said, they have paid him. They had a deal. They had a contract that he would give them a hard day's work and that he would be professional and that they would pay him the money that they had agreed to pay him and that they would be professional. That's it. You got $450 million, and yeah, I'm putting that on the Blazers because, Rob, that's guaranteed money wherever he goes. And the Blazers are the ones that guaranteed him that money. So you got $450 million. That's all we owe you. Nothing else. And I'm with you that they should make, in fact, Rob, talking about owing people, they owe the owner who's writing the checks. They owe the fan base who's, we always talk about paying the bills. They owe Chauncey Billups, and they owe their players that will remain on the team. They owe it to them to make the best deal. The deal that will get them on their closest to winning a championship. That's what they owe them. Nothing else. And what they could say, Rob, if they want, if they bring him a trade that he doesn't like, you want to send me to Boston. Well, I don't like that. I guess it's their choice still. Not guess, it is. They could say, well, we'll keep you. But we're not making a bad deal. And I would think that Damian Lillard understands that. He should understand that, Rob. This is a professional sports league. Jobs, reputations, and money are all on the line. If the GM, Joe Cronin, makes a bad deal, his job could be on the line. So it doesn't, they don't owe him anything. Sure, if all things being equal, would they maybe send him to a place he wants to go if that's the best deal or if the equal deal? Sure, they might do that, and that's cool. But they don't owe him anything.
Nope. And when people start saying that, I just laugh at that. They don't owe anybody anything. It's just not. If you ask for out, I'll look for a trade, the best trade I could get for the organization, and for us is the trade I'm going to make. It's just as simple as that. And if there's not a trade, Chris, that's good enough for the Portland Trailblazers, then I'm not trading you. I'm not giving you away. Right. I don't care. I'm not.
We can wait till next year.
We'll wait till somebody's desperate or a star player gets injured and they're desperate. Then we'll wait. but we're not just going to like turn you over to somebody else for nothing, for a couple of bags of balls.
Remember when Kyrie demanded out of Cleveland? The Celtics weren't on his list. They weren't on his wish list. And yet they sent him there. When Donovan Mitchell wanted out of Utah, Rob, where did he want to go?
To the Knicks, didn't he?
Yeah, your hometown.
He's from
the
New
Knicks.
York, right? He's from
Where'd
New York.
he end up? Cleveland. And I like Cleveland. I grew up there in high school. But Cleveland's nothing compared to New York City.
Right. And Donovan didn't get his wish.
Right. So it is what it is, y'all. And anybody that thinks otherwise is fooling themselves. I hope Dame's not thinking that. Doesn't make him a bad guy to say, hey, I want you to send me to Miami. And Rob, there's also talk, because I think if Boston offers Jaylen Brown, and I'm not saying they will, but if they do, I think they get the deal. And there's talk that Dame doesn't want to be in Boston. But you know what? If he's traded to Boston, you show up, you be professional, you play your best, you got a chance to win a championship for a historic franchise. I think it's as simple as that.
I agree. There's nothing really else. You want it out. So once you want out, then we got to do what we can. You know, it's not like you get to call the shots. You said you wanted to be traded, and we're trying to trade you. But the priority is within the organization, not you.
Absolutely.
It's just not. You're not bigger than the organization. You're not bigger than the coach and the owner and the other players. It's just, it can't be.
And the GM has said that they're going to make the best deal for the team. So it appears that they're not. Look, I mean, I think he's a smart guy, and he's going to make the best deal for the team. But I guess some might say, the skeptics, okay, is this just, something they're putting out there to make the Heat search a 3 or 4 team deal that really pleases Portland? Well, if that's the case, that's if it ends up leading Miami to make a much better deal, so be it. That's what he's trying to do. Miami's not thinking about what can help Portland. So why should Portland be so eager to hand Miami a championship? Portland's never even won one. Miami's won 3.